Uh, yeah, I'm back a little bit faster than I expected, but I got to do my once every 3 months Apex video to show that I still like Apex Legends. Yeah, I don't really have anything to post about it usually because nothing really happens in the middle of the season anymore. But patch notes, woohoo! Apex Legends take. Yes, I know. Game is not liked by many people. Many people believe the game is not in a good state. I, for one, disagree. I think the game's been really fun. I like what they did with the Rift relics. Y'all are just haters that don't want to have any fun. Like I try to play the game. I try to use all the cool stuff, and these people are just shooting alternators with hammer points and L stars in pubs just so they can get kills. Of course, you're not having fun. You're playing like a loser. Yeah. So, game not in its best spot in terms of the fans. I'll always love it. I'll always make a quick patch note video about it no matter what. And today is no difference because we got the next season of Apex Legends Takeover. And from what I've seen, it's pretty interesting. So let's get into it. I'm going to be a little bit quicker because my battery's low. So I'll be a little quicker. So they started off with mentioning that it's Apex's birthday. I think that happened like the second or third. 7 years. 7 years. It's crazy. Only 3 more to 10. So congrats on another year, Apex. Of course, they're updating the assault class. The perks for assault class, and they're basically buffing every weapon, which is a little bit concerning, but we'll get into it. So let's start off with the legend buffs. They buffed Ashe. Ashe sees a number of improvements to her arc snare and phase breach, making them more effective and reliable. Her snare charge lets her snag targets against the strong edge of the tether more. Her ult goes farther, it travels faster, and endpoint detection has improved. So whenever you're throwing her ult, and then you just move 5 centimeters because the game's stupid, that's not going to happen anymore. And now, Ashe also has a new passive where she can basically pull off tap strafe. So she's probably going to be meta in comp. Pubs, no one will care about Ashe because no one cares about actually playing the game if you're a pubs player. But she gets a short dash. If you've seen it, it's a really good dash. And, it allows her to close the gap on... That was just my headphones. It allows her to close the gap on her tethered target. And Ballistic, the other assault legend, getting some buffs. He is getting an extra charge. So basically, he will have 2 charges off rip. And when he doubles his Whistler charge, he has 4, basically. So he can shoot his charge, which stops enemies from shooting their weapons and hurts them after too long. He has 4 of those now. Or he can have 4 of those. So Ballistic's definitely going to be a very interesting character. And also along with that, his ult grants a speed bonus. Which I thought it already did. And also, along with that, Ballistic can carry crate weapons. Now, what does this mean? This means that he can use his ultimate and have infinite ammo. So let's say the Peacekeeper... No. Is the Havoc in there? Is the Havoc still in there? I think they're taking out the R90. We'll get to that. Let's say you have a Havoc, right? You now have infinite ammo in Havoc with Ballistic. So he's going to be very interesting too. You're going to have to see how this plays out, but I believe these 2 legends will make a big jump. Now, for overall assault class, let's see. They have enhanced perks that'll let them worry less about their weapon economy, bring more explosive power, and gives them combat edge. So, first we have combat reserve. They can carry extra ammo that'll likely be like 80 or 100. Oh yeah, I forgot. They don't do. Well, let's just say for a heavy ammo, it'll likely be 80 for 100 because that's still at 60 right now. I still don't like how they changed that ammo amounts. It was kind of dumb. They now have 2 grenade-only slots, which means everyone, including Fuse, has 2 grenade slots for free away from all the other inventory if you're an Assault Legend. So, grenades are going to be used a lot too, because usually people don't use grenades because they clog up your inventory. But now, they don't clog up your inventory, so it'll always be useful to have one if you're playing an Assault Legend. Along with that, they retain their access to the red extended supply bins. I don't know why they needed to announce that unless I'm misinterpreting it, but they keep their red supply bin access. Now, stowed reload. This basically gives the legendary mag perk. Stowed weapons automatically reload after 2 seconds. And finally, battle surge. When you break an enemy shield, you get a speed boost, faster reloads, and it highlights the enemy. So basically, if you're playing Fuse, let's use Ashe. Let's use Ashe because she got buffed. Let's say you're using Ashe, right? You got your flatline with like 80 ammo, alright? Then you see someone, you use your tactical and you stare them, right? Then you throw a grenade in there that cracks their shield. Now you have speed boost and fast reload, so you reload your gun, you use your dash, you get right up into them, and then you just destroy them. And then your weapons reload after 2 seconds when you stow it while you're looting. So basically, Ashe is OP. Ashe is overpowered. And would I expect a nerf? No, they don't like nerfing anything anymore. They don't like doing anything anymore, let's be honest, because they're too scared about the pros giving them backlash, like they always do. It's the reason why the game's like this right now, because of the pros. But we're not going to get into that right now. We're only going to get into that when the game actually dies, which I hope is not going to happen for a long, long time. But trust me, when the game eventually does die, we will drop a video about how the pros ruin the game. I'm not scared to do that. Besides, they probably won't see it anyways. Now, a more interesting sort of events here. Apex has evolved in so many ways. Evolution, the benchmark damage for weapons, but has grown stale. I want to get to the real part. I don't really care about this. Counters are too long. Yeah, they're basically saying the reason why they're buffing all the weapons is because of the third parties. They want fights done quicker. And I've seen a lot of concerns about that. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. We're going to have to see how it plays out. Because, like, if you're getting beamed off rip and you don't even get to move, well, that's already happening, so. But if you get beamed really fast and you can't even think or react, well, then there's going to be a cause of concern. But, you know, it could be a good thing, too. Let's be honest. It could be a good thing. So, basically, they're buffing every weapon to make fights go faster because they don't want third parties going around. And then they're also changing the defensive side. And this is the big thing. Low tier helmets do not exist anymore. That's right. If you are a fan of the white helmet, the blue helmet, or the purple helmet, you may as well just quit the game. Because they are gone. You will no longer see these helmets. There is only 2 helmets now. Yes, I said 2. It doesn't mention. Yeah, they added perks, then we'll get to that. Now for armor. You will no longer be able to level up into the red tier. So if you're a Red Shield fan, don't quit yet. Don't quit yet. Because while your shields are capped at level 3, which is 100, there is a new item. You will now be able to pick up the Mythic Armor upgrade home that comes only from care packages. And this care package item can give you a red shield. I do not think it gives you any head protection. I might be wrong. So, Kraber one-shots are back on the menu. But I don't really like the change. I don't know why they didn't mention it here, but the gold helmet now gives you the gold shield, which gives you the former support perk. Apparently, they removed that support perk too because they put it on the shield, so that's interesting. So yeah, you get the former gold shield. Has the same perks as last time, but the mythic helmet is interesting. I don't like the change. I've figured that there was really no point. But again, we're just gonna have to see. Muzzle flash. They made a video on that. I don't really care. It never really affected me. All 1P weapons muzzle flashes have been updated. So just a quick rundown. 95 less visual noise. Noise and visuals kept below the line of sight. Reduced size of muzzle flashes. Optimized particle count. Clean noise from cells eject. Clean lingering elements. And light toned down to avoid flickering on weapons. So if we zoom in here, we can see the before. And then we can see the after. So basically it's small, which obviously a lot of pros like that, obviously. A lot of people like that. I never really cared about muzzle flash. I never really noticed it. I just kind of shoot. Like, I never really noticed, like, the particles and stuff. I just shoot. Hopefully I hit them or something. So, that's just me, though. I know a lot of people like that. And now we get to the real deal patch notes. R99 is coming back to the floor. The Peacekeeper will enter the care package. The Peacekeeper in the care package is going to be interesting. I think it will do like one. Well, actually, they had the balance details. We'll get to that. Care package Peacekeeper will definitely be interesting. I'm glad we have the R99 back, especially since I got enough exotic shards to get the R99 skin. I picked that over the Flatline skin because again, the Flatline skin's not OP no more. And I just really like the look of the R9 skin. So, I'm glad it's coming on the floor. Glowed weapon rotation for right now. Alternator, R9, Wingman, 3030, Repeater, and the Rampage. I do not know why they have 2 SMGs and not 1 AR in the gold weapon rotation. I don't understand that. Evo, like we mentioned before. Max level achievable Evo earned is now at purple armor, and you will no longer be able to obtain it through leveling. And now, it's a little higher. You got to get 1700 damage / Evo points to increase your shields, and it was 1350 before. And the devs say that red armor. I'm reading too fast. I do this all the time. Red armor allows for a much wider health disparity in the mid to late game, which reinforced activities like farming damage on the outskirts and avoiding encounters to collect resources. By lowering these total armor available to these actions and the levels required to earn them, you can now get endgame ready more easily and focus on the fight. I kind of like that there's no red shields. Because, guess what? As a Watson man, you get the extra 25 shield. I'm still getting 125. I don't know about y'all. I'm still getting 125 shield through my not passive support legend perk. So that's just me though. That's just me. That's all I'm gonna say. And also, assist with an accelerated weapon equipped will no longer grant the extra 30 ult charge and mixtape. We don't care about that. We don't care. Gameplay updates. Oh yeah, there's this arsenal thing, right? Scattered all over the map. And when I mean scattered all over the map, I mean in every POI. These stations provide the weapons you need. And what I say about the weapons you need, it has every weapon in the game minus the care package ones. So you can go to, let's say, you're a fan of the light ammo. You want to use a G7 Scout. You go to a light ammo arsenal, you pick up your G7 Scout, and also you can upgrade it there. Stations across all POIs, ammo type provides randomized each match, and equipped with an enhancing terminal that can upgrade one weapon matching the ammo type. And enhancing grants an upgraded attachment and provides an optic. So let's say it doesn't go to legendary. Let's say you have a fully gray L-Star, and you go to an energy. You go to an energy arsenal. You can upgrade it to a blue L-Star, and you get a scope for that too. So it's pretty cool. It removes the RNG of the Battle Royale. Some people could say that it's not Battle Royale-like because you're not looking for loot. You just land and pick it up. But some people, I think, will like it. Healing. They've improved healing a bit. Cells will now take 2.5 seconds to complete. Syringes will now take 4 seconds to complete. And cells and syringes stack up to 6 like in the good old days of Apex when Respawn actually put in good stuff in the game. And they weren't scared about the pros. Players will now start with 4 cells and 4 syringes as well. And the battery and medkit spawn rates have been slightly increased too. And the devs say that players will undoubtedly need to continue popping meds whenever they can, with a lowered health max health, a universal gold helmet perk, and a ton of weapons buffs. We decided to shave down some of these sharp edges to make healing a little easier across the board. Back to the helmets, white, blue, and purple have been removed, and players will no longer start with a white helmet. Here's what the devs have to say about this, because I personally don't like the change. The devs say that finding and equipping helmets has always been a bit lackluster in both feeling the impact of wearing one and making the potential damage output a bit murky. Removing headshot damage reduction from the game makes damage more consistent, understandable, and easier to calculate. Now, like I was mentioned before, we've got the gold helmet. It's been reworked in the gold armor upgrade helmet. Again, this gives you gold armor. So basically a purple, but double mild hearing perk that doubles cells and syringes. It sets players' armor to 100, and leveling will still be required to unlock legend upgrades, but it will not affect the armor. So you will still need to get Evo points, unlike the red helmet, which I believe will give it to you immediately. You will still need to get Evo points, but you will not upgrade your armor. There is no headshot damage reduction, which is huge, because I was a little bit murky on that. I didn't know if there was or not. So there will be no headshot damage reduction for the gold helmet, and I assume for the mythic helmet. So, Kraber fans, you get your one shot back. Congratulations. And the gold helmet has a chance to appear in gold bins after the bin reset. All new mythic armor helmet, red tier introduced, and it sets your player armor to 125 regardless of level. Leveling is still required to unlock legend upgrades, but it no longer reflects armor while this item is equipped. So even if you get a red helmet and you get the red shield, you will still need to upgrade your shield too. Same with the gold helmet. I kind of like that. You don't get everything instantly for free. Red helmets offer no headshot damage, just like the gold, and it'll appear in the mythic bin and late game care package. Let's see what the devs have to say about this, because it's an interesting change. Both the new gold and red helmets are designed to pull some of the passive power embedded in Legends and put it into the loot pool to create new items to chase and fight for. They will also create dynamic gameplay options for players to strategize which squad mates don these new powerful items. Now, next we have the knockdown state. You now can crawl a tad bit faster. Thanks, Apex! This is the best change of these patch notes. I walk so slow when I'm knocked, and it just makes me want to not play this game. So, the fact that they've just sped it up, I will be spending all my money. I spend all my money anyways. I don't care about this. Oh, don't spend money on the games if you wanna really support. I don't care. I'm gonna spend money on it either way. If there's a good Watson skin, I'm gonna buy it. If I don't have the Apex coins to buy the Battle Pass, I'm gonna buy it. I don't care. I really don't care. POI names on drop. Now able to see the name and loot tier of each POI projected over the POI during the first drop, and it includes the arsenal. The name and loot tier of each POI. So what I'm assuming is, you know how there's some areas where it's like mid loot tier and high loot tier? I think that's what it means. I'd have to be shown in a map. I don't really know. Ammo and attachments. Hammer points removed. Now this is actually a good change because I've been getting destroyed by hammer points all day. All day when I've been playing the past few weeks. When I just want to use the dang sword. I had so much fun when that sword came back the last time. And it came back here. And I was having fun with the sword too. But I've just been getting beamed. So. Time to reload while stowed decreases to 2 seconds. Just like the ballistic and ashes assault. Yeah, I don't know why my brain blanked on that. 1HO Hopto Holo has been removed. So if you're a fan of the 1 times Holo optic, you may as well just quit the game because they removed the thing. So I like the Holo optic early on in my career. I don't really like it anymore. I only used it 2 times really. Replicator reduces the amount of ammo to 1 stack per weapon. Was 2 stacks. A little iffy on that. It makes it a little better. Weapons. When they said every weapon, they meant every weapon. So we will quickly bounce through these. AR. Havoc Rifle in the care package. Damage increased to 20. Damage increased to 21? 21? Oh, heck no. Oh, heck. This is why the Havoc's a care package weapon. This is why the Havoc's a care package weapon. Anyway, Hemlock. Damage increased to 20. Hemlock's the best gun in the game. Nemesis. Damage increased to 17. R301. Damage decreased to 14. Flatline. Damage increased to 19. Devotion. Damage increased to 16. L-Star. Damage increased to 20. That is not good because the L-Star is extremely fast TTK. And I do not like the L-Star because I don't like the L-Star. So increasing it by 2 is a little crazy. Spitfire. Also 2+ damage. That's also a little crazy considering it doesn't run out of ammo. You can hit these guys 10 times and knock them now that they don't have the red shield. And you have 50 bullets in your thing. And you just shoot. Just shoot the gun. Rampage. This makes sense. Damage increase to 30. I think it should be more like this. And it reduces the decay rate of the rev state. Marksman. No charge damage increased to 43. Full charge damage increased to 58. And there is a slight increased projectile size. Bow check. Damage increased to 75. Fire rate slightly reduced. Removes Deadeye's tempo. You couldn't ask me which one that was. Shattercalf's damage palette increased. G7. Damage increased to 35. Fire rate slightly reduced. Slightly increased projectile size. Triple take. Damage per bullet increased to 22. And it slightly increased projectile size. Devs have to say something about the marksmans. Marksman weapons sit between the mid-range of arsenals and snipers, but find themselves often outclassed by one of their neighbors. Their adjustments this season could make them feel more consistent at range, improving their performance while tracking enemies, and staying on target while providing headshots without stealing the playmaking potential of our snipers. Apex, when you buff every weapon, that means every weapon stays at its position. So, like, if you buff every weapon is at the same position. Or that's what I'm thinking, at least. So, I don't really know what they're trying to do here. Pistol. P2020. Damage increase to 24. That could be dangerous with the dualies. R345. Damage increase to 14. Wingman. Damage increase to 48. Base. Magazine size reduced to 5. And guess what? Your magazines are back on the Wingman. White 6, blue 7, purple 8. So all of you mag size wingman fans, please come back to the game. SMGs. Alternator damage increased to 18. Car damage increased to 14. And now they can have the laser sight. We've been waiting on this for a while. They've removed barrel stabilizers for a while. There've been no point to not have the car have a laser sight. So I'm glad it's on the car now. Prowler damage increased to 16. R99 is the only one that was nerfed, and that is because it just came out the care package. Damage was decreased to 13. Headshot damage is 16. No longer has damage fall off. So, at any range, it's at 13. ADS strafe speed normalized to other SMGs. No longer eliminates movement penalty. And it has increased recoil. So, the SMGs, R99 SMG is the only one that got nerfed here. Everything else got buffed. Volt, damage increased to 16. Shotguns, EVA, damage per pellet increased to 8. Mastiff, damage per pellet increased to 16. The Mastiff was really good in this year's ALGS, so seeing it get buffed is a little concerning. And the Mozambique, its damage per pellet has been increased to 16. And the Peacekeeper, like I said in the care package, damage per pellet is increased to 12. Its headshot damage is increased to 135. Its choke speed significantly increased. Yeah, its fully choke blast is significantly tighter. Pellets pierce, dealing 50 damage after the first enemy hit. Oh, they pierce. Oh, that's going to be interesting. Say there's two people hiding in a corner. You can hit one and hit the other. Again, the Peacekeeper is going to be very interesting, let's be honest. Now, the devs have something to say about the shotguns. Shotguns are receiving a base damage increase, but losing their ability to deal increased headshot damage. They already represent incredible burst damage, but hitting those headshots creates sharp output spikes that's difficult to account for. This change creates a more understandable damage landscape that encourages players to land as many pellets as possible, instead of aiming for the head and whiffing half of them. Mozambiques will retain their headshot damage as a hybrid shotgun pistol, and the care package version of the Peacekeeper also keeps it to really lean slug shoddy territory. Snipers. Charge rifle is the only one that does not have its base damage change, but its headshot damage at a max difference, which, let's be honest, no one's hit it in their life. You're lying if you say you did. Is now at 198. So if you hit a headshot with charge rifle at max distance, congratulations, they are now at 2 HP. Auto-fire headshot damage is 101. Limb damage reduced to 70. The charge rifle actually got nerfed here, I believe. Kraber. Since the headshot's back, damage increased to 150, which means your headshot damage is 210, and unless they have a red shield, you get your one-shots back. I'm not clapping sarcastically at that point. That's actually a good change. You don't know how many times I hit these Kraber headshots, and then the guy just didn't die. It hurts. And now the headshot is back, unless you have the red shield, of course, and it's better than ever. Longbow. His base damage is unchanged, and its limb damage was reduced to 70. Same with the Sentinel. And it removes the demoized tempo passive. So the Sentinel, the snipers honestly kind of got a nerf. They've tuned their headshot damage to be much more impactful rather than increase their base body shot damage. So if you get a headshot, it's way more important than getting a body shot now, basically is what they're saying. This is to key their role in fantasy as precision weapons that reward patient and skilled gameplay. To hammer this home, we've reduced the amount of damage they deal to the limbs. These weapons benefit greatly from well-placed shots, and we don't want that to change. Alright, give me a second, I need to cough. You know, when I actually edit in the future, you would not see that. You would not hear that. But, just in the future, not now. Legends. Assault class perks. Like I said, combat reserve, so reload and battle surge. And they removed extra carry ammo and access weapon supply bin perks. Now interested in the combat reserve. They integrated it into one, they didn't remove it. Support class no longer have double heal. I do admit it was a little OP, but giving stuff to Assault class that is in the game and removing the Support class thing that's in the game, I don't really like how they're trying to play that around. Let's see. The Support class was very strong last season. The faster movement and double small med heals gave these legends rapid combat reset potential that made them effective skirmishers, but didn't inherently have a team-oriented feel. While this was great during our season of support, we felt that their identity was stronger as revival experts, and this change will let them focus on the team-oriented specialization rather than feeling hard to kill. We went through the Ashe buffs. And they added new upgrades for Ashe. You can look at these buffs right here. I don't really... Remove the ability to scan death boxes. Can't scan death boxes no more. And then jump key, air, perform dash. Yeah. Stuff we've seen. Dual breach adds an additional ult charge. 2 ults. That's really good. And now, a new upgraded for level 3. Ghosted Machine adds additional dash charge. Ashe was overdue for some improvements to her kit to resurge as a top Apex Predator. Many of her changes aim to improve the effectiveness and efficiency of her abilities. The improved placement, distance, and speed of her ult, and the snare's tether point snagging from the projectile point rather than her escaping target. Most notably, Ashe sees the addition of a brand new movement passive, reminiscent of her Titan's ability of yore. Her new dash is an incredibly effective mid-combat repositioning tool, distance closer, making her more effective skirmisher when closing in on her prey, or quickly outmaneuvering in a duel. We expect to see a lot of impressive Ashe players rise to the top with many of her upgrades doubling her abilities this season. Back to Ballistic. Upgrades level by default. Well, upgrades will level by default. The Sling can carry crate weapons. Tac has 2 charges. It got buffed. Tempest speed boost. Apparently didn't have it already. Slingshot is integrated into his base kick. New killing time increases duration of ult by 15 seconds. That's going to be really useful. Extra bullets now has 4. And quiet time silences the enemy for 6 seconds. Let's be honest. We're picking extra bullets. Ballistic has had a few updates, but never really found his footing to lead the charge. Integrating the sling and extra bullet upgrades into his kit gives more players access to the core of the legend while empowering his speed, increasing his natural combat effectiveness, and encouraging his squad to push and engage. Allowing Ballistic to carry a crate weapon and a sling has always been something we've been dubious of, but this season, we're taking a bold stance to let Ballistic go, well, ballistic. This increased the number of tac charges should also allow players to more freely deploy the overheat into the combat patterns to control the field if they also opt into the lasting bullet upgrade, giving more range of play and options for Ballistic. So Ballistic is going to be really good this season. Crypto got a small buff. He can destroy Gibraltar's Dome. We saw Gibby rise back up into the meta in ALGS. A lot of people said that meta was very boring, and Go Next won it. I didn't mention ALGS, but I gotta give a clap to Go Next. No one expected that team to win. I'm sorry for mentioning it this late, but congratulations to Go Next. A wonderful win. Took down some giants like Falcons, Complexity, teams like that. So good job from y'all, from EMEA. And now, Loba, back to 50% charge. The automatic ult was too OP. This was always intended as a short-term buff to help Loba shine among an all-star support lineup. However, it messed with the delicate dance that is landing off drop, which impacted long-standing good player squad behavior, landing near your squad, looting, and using abilities just like scruffed players. And all I'm saying is, we literally have arsenals that give you weapons off drop with ammo, but Loba can't have her ult when it's doing the same thing? That's a little interesting to me, but we keep balling. Maggie can destroy Gibby's Storm. I said Gibby. Gibby's Dome. And will now destroy a Newcastle mobile shield. Yeah, they're saying for now. Woo! Yeah, they're going to nerf Maggie in the future. Maps! Kings, Canyon, Olympus, and Broken Moon. Why I gotta have Broken? I'm glad Kings Canyon's back. I'm glad Olympus is in rotation. I don't really care about Broken Moon. I want an Olympus Storm, not Storm Point. I want an Olympus World's Edge Kings Canyon again. Obviously, Olympus is my favorite map. World's Edge is my second, and Kings Canyon is my third. Mixtape. We don't care about that. Modes. There's a takeover going on. It's Rampart themed. So basically, Rampart's dropping a care package that will deliver 3 Mythic R301s. And in this event, obviously they're doing, a collection, a milestone event. If you don't want to spend money, you don't have to, obviously. Don't get all pissy like these guys are like, oh, it's so pricey. Don't buy it then. And again, I don't care what you have to say about, but it's the message they're giving to the fan. Don't buy it. I don't care. Don't buy it. The pros are the big ones that are, oh, it's too pricey, and then buy it anyways. So don't buy it, and maybe Respawn will actually start caring. But back to what I was saying. Basically, R301 has 3 different skins. They have 3 different completely busted perks. We have Hornet, Limelight, and Vermilion. Hornet is yellow. It gives you faster movement and reload speed, tack charge on shield break, and alt charge on knock. Next, we have Limelight, which is green. It's the healer one. It helps replenish your squad's health and shields when damaging enemies. Basically, you'll never die if you can hit your shots. And Vermilion, which is red. It increases its critical hit damage and triggers Thermite on knocked enemies. So basically, if you knock an enemy, they're dead because they're in a Thermite. They probably won't escape in time, so you get the easy finish. Also, Redemption's Trio and Duos. They're doing a lot of collabs this season, which I'm kind of happy about. One of them's a VTuber, that's interesting. The first one, the first one is Redemption Trios and Duos. This is in collaboration with the creator, Commissioner Ninjala. Respawn tokens are a new Mythic Rarely survival slot, only available in this takeover. If you are eliminated with this item, you will immediately respawn. At the start of the match, all players are given 1 token. You can collect additional tokens from eliminating other players, care package, and supply bins. There is no respawn limit and no penalty for respawning multiple times, and is usable until the start of the final ring. Then any equipped respawn tokens will be exchanged for Evo Armor XP. So this is going to be a really cool takeover. I really like what they're doing here with this one, because you could. I think this is saying you could stack, you can stack these respawn tokens, and you just get, 7 revives, and then you can just do whatever you want. They only last a short while on the ground, so pick one up if you need to, and respawn beacons can still be used to bring back players without a respawn token. So let's say one of your teammates die, and you're still alive, you can still reboot them. They don't use one of their tokens. You don't have to use one of their tokens either. So that's definitely going to be interesting. That runs from February 25th to March 3rd. The other one's February 11th to March 3rd. Next, takeover is Relic Weapons. This is also in collaboration with Ninjala. Weapons spawn fully kitted. Only weapons on the ground are gold and mythic. Sites can be looted. All other attachments come with weapons. So basically, it's Gold Rush, but in Apex Legends. Increased supply drops each round, which carry 2 mythic tier weapons, and the second mythic weapon replaces the Evo caches. Reduced Evo for scanning care packages as well. Standards, trios, and duos. This March 11 and 24. That's when you'll get your badges. Really, I know a lot of people have been getting pissy about not getting their badges in pubs. I don't really care. I'm not good enough to get badges anyway, so that's just me though. Next, 3 strikes with Mystery Legends. It's a LTM. It is not a takeover. So, you just be happy. This is in collaboration with creator Commissioner Oraxe, one of those. 3 strikes. So again, 3 strikes. Fan favorite. A lot of people like 3 strikes. Of course, people get pissy when it comes back because they get pissy over anything. But 3 strikes one of the fan favorites. You get 3 chances at alive. But legends will be selected for you, which is interesting. So a lot of people have wanted a mystery legends slot where you could just choose that and have a mystery legend every round. This is going to be like that, and you get 3 shots to use said legend. Respawning will select a new random legend too, which is also interesting because you can use multiple legends per round. And squads can have duplicate legends. So let's say you run the jackpot and get 3 Watsons, then you just win the game because Watson is the GOAT. I'm not even kidding. It's like you get 3 ballistics and you just, or 3 fuses and you just terrorize the world. Which each evil level up, you'll gain all upgrades for that level automatically, and your level will be maintained through respawns. Ranks. There is new rope to rank challenges. Now this doesn't affect us, this affects the plebeians that just joined the game. I don't know why you're just joining the game now. You're gonna get screwed by all the sweats, but you do you, man. There is a new set of challenges for new players. So you don't have to get to level 20 anymore. You do still need to be level 20, but you need to complete all these challenges as well. You can probably find them somewhere. In part of your strict and supply, all members must complete these challenges to access ranked. Dev note. Obviously, the previous system of only requiring level 20 was very prone to abuse by third-party bots and could also be achieved by players who preferred mixtape or LTMs. This new system will ensure that all new players joining ranked had done their required work in BR matches and tested their mettle to a sufficient level to earn a system spot. What am I reading? To earn a spot in the competition. System. Bot Royale tutorial. We don't really care about Bot Royale, let's be honest. It's cool for you're a noobs, but we don't care. Weapon mastery got changed. This is actually a really cool thing. A lot of people didn't like how weapon mastery was. They've changed it to now all challenges are unlocked, and challenges aren't some random, like, with a Peacekeeper, jump up and down 5 times and land a perfect headshot, 360 no-scope. It's easier, and they've redesigned them all. So let's see what the devs have to say. The current weapon mastery system presents some issues, including overly complex gating mechanisms. I'm doing bad today. Gating mechanics that disrupt progression, trials demanding high player skill levels, and excessive reliance on randomness that can slow or stall progress. These new trials remove unnecessary randomness, shifting the focus back to the essence of the weapon uses, dealing damage and eliminating enemies. If you already completed trials and earned rewards, they will remain unaffected. If your trials were partially complete or 90% complete done, no problem. Your progress will be converted. There is no need to start over. And that's it. There's a bunch of bug fixes. Oh, Watson. Fixed upgrade that was allowing the placement of 2 interception pylons. Watson, it will now be meta. Watson might be the best legend in the game after that chant. Okay. We'll do tails. It's granted each per level. XP gain. Squad summary. They changed the match summary a little bit. AI bots. You know they got to do their daily audio fix when they don't fix anything. Audio can be crucial, and whether you're the squad attacking or the one being attacked, we've adjusted multiple audio. No, you didn't. Shut up. Graphics. Don't got a PC, and that's it. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to see how this plays out. A little concerned about less defense and more offense. It's like the NFL. More offense, less defense. A little concerning. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out, and that's really everything at this point. So, thank you guys for watching. NFL way too early predictions coming soon. It would either be Wednesday or Thursday, because Friday I'm going to be inside sleeping all day because I do not have a girlfriend. And I am sad about it. So you probably wouldn't see it on Friday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm hoping to get it out before Monday. But you know me, I'm lazy, I might not. you're just gonna have to see. But anyways, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys later. Peace.